Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, welcome to the Penno channel. Massive game tomorrow at Villa Park. After the game in midweek against Manchester City where we dominated them, I ain't quite got over it. I'm sure my bro who's joining me hasn't quite got over it. It was a madness. I'm sure we've both watched it back a number of times. I know I have for sure. But yeah, huge match against top of the table Arsenal tomorrow at Villa Park at 5:30, and I cannot wait. Bro, how you doing? How's your week been? And you ready for tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I was just watching the clip of Tillerman sending Foden halfway across Villa Park the other day, so I was
And
enjoying
hang
that.
on, just before that, if you can like the stream, subscribe, trying to get the numbers up. So it's much appreciated if you, especially if you enjoy the content, and also drop a comment at the end of the stream as well. It'd be much appreciated, and we'll respond. And yeah, we're just trying to grow the community. So cheers. Yeah, back to you, bro.
Now I was just saying, like, I seen Foden like passed his driving test this week. I was just like, he got sent for 2 rides in the space of like 3 days. So big up
He
your
got
Tillerman, man.
he got sent spinning. He got sent absolutely spinning. I've watched that. The drag back in between him and is it Gavardiol? I've watched that back so many times. And the bit, when Bailey was on the wing and he does that trickery. Yeah, mad. It was
Yeah,
it was
his
all mad
footwork
Wednesday.
is nice. His
Wednesday
footwork
doesn't
was
seem real.
sharp.
Yeah, facts. And yeah, just going on what I've seen the last 2 days after that, everyone's talking about us now. I've seen loads of talk about Villa. No one's ever seen a Pep City side dominated. No one's really seen a Pep side dominated like that. And yeah, all eyes will be on the game tomorrow. It's a 5:30 kickoff, prime time, live. Yeah, it's going to be an absolute madness. So going into the game, obviously Arsenal first. Managed to get a last-minute win against Luton. I watched the game. Luton did play well, but Arsenal pretty much dominated most of that game. Few howlers from Raya in that game as well. We'll get onto their goalkeeper situation
Which I hope Long May continues, Raya. I want to be seeing them howlers again Saturday, please.
for sure. And I don't even know if he starts. That's right up there. But yeah, they got a last-minute winner, Declan Rice header, who's been carrying that side through this season. One of the best players in the league this season so far. How are you feeling about playing Arsenal? And how do you go into it? Are we going into it? Well, are you going into it the same as City? Let's just see how it goes.
Just to speak on that Luton game, I watched the game as well, and yeah, big up Luton because they did really well against them. They would have inspired probably Emery and some Villa players that you can get at this Arsenal team. I thought Barkley was unreal. I thought Barkley was so good against Arsenal.
That's the best I've
Um,
seen him play since like Leicester.
yeah, it's
Leicester
been
away.
decent. It's been decent. Even at Villa Park, I thought he was good this season. I
Yeah,
think I
he
said
did
it
have
on
a
the pod
decent
at the
game to
time.
be fair, but he was
But yeah,
playing at a different level that game. I thought he was like the first 4 games of that season for Villa. He was playing that level. It was
but I thought
ridiculous.
Barkley was good. I thought Doughty was good getting down the wing. So yeah, you are right. Arsenal did control the game, but Luton gave them a good test and made them look really vulnerable from set pieces, which will be interesting for Mr. McPhee to get his teeth into. So yeah, but Arsenal they found a way, man. They're doing what? Wow, they're playing like a season after a team like trying to defend their title. That's the
Yeah.
kind of results they're getting at the moment. And I know they didn't win the title in the end, but yeah, they look serious, man. They're finding a way. So as you said, Rice got the last minute winner. I think he's the best midfielder in the league. As much as I love Douglas Luiz, I'll say Douglas Luiz close second this season. I think Rice is the best midfielder in the league. And
Yeah,
yeah, man, this is going to be a tough game. It's going to be tough, man. Like City
of
was amazing,
course,
but I think
of
Arsenal might be the
course.
real test. I think this season.
So as I said, bro, how do you go into this game feeling? Are you just no expectations? Let's just go see Villa. Let's see how they play because that's how I'm going into it. I'm going the
I'm
same as City. It's a free hit again. Let's see what you got.
yeah. I'm more relaxed now that we've got 3 points out of the 2 tough games. Like you can go into it a bit more um laid back, I guess. As a fan, not the players won't be doing that, and we won't be allowing the players to do that. But as a fan, you can probably enjoy it more. Now that we've
Mm.
already got that base of 3 points, it's not back to back losses or 3 games without a win. It's now we've just won. Let's go and enjoy it.
Yeah,
Um, Speaking on Arsenal, I think Arsenal are going to do what they always do. They're going to try and play it around the pitch. So they'll go from Saka, they'll go to Odegaard, they'll play it again. You'll end up with Martinelli, and they'll keep on doing those rotations, and they'll try and find a way. I think their biggest threat is when they get it on the right hand side, and White will come into the space between our left back and our centre back, and Saka will just make that run in behind, and that through ball goes to Saka in the box. And I think that's when Arsenal are most dangerous. When Saka gets that ball in the box, and he'll either cross, find it at the back post, or even go on and shoot himself. That's where Arsenal are at their best. So it's going to be a big job from Digne and Pau Torres if those are the ones starting to just try and nullify that threat.
Are Arsenal this time of the season better than the Arsenal we played at that time of the season last year?
I don't know. It's hard to say, I think. What about you?
No, your opinion. What do you think?
I don't know. I think it's hard to say. I think it's hard. One, we weren't at the game, so I can't even remember how they were really playing them times. But I just think this season now, they've had the pain of losing out on the title, and they just seem to be on like a kind of tunnel vision type mentality where they're just finding a way and they're not going to let it slip this time. So to quote our old manager, but yeah, I think Martinelli, if we're like focused on Saka on the right hand side, Martinelli's another threat as well, making them runs in behind. Odegaard seems to be getting into form, and Jesus is a player that I rate as well. So yeah, man, gonna be interesting to see how Emery tackles it. I think he might change the lineup a bit due to tiredness, more than anything tactical. I think he mentioned in his press conference today, there's players with like small pains here and there, so he might have to like maybe start Diaby, who he didn't play or didn't start against City. He might play Jacob Ramsey.
Before we go into Villa, just more on Arsenal. Are Arsenal going to the hardest team we've faced so far this season? In your opinion?
I think it's easy to say that now after we've just like dominated City. It's just like, if you asked me before the City game, I'd say City, but because we've just obliterated City, it's just easy to now say, yeah, Arsenal are going to be our toughest test. But yeah.
So would you say they're better than Liverpool? Would you say they're better than Liverpool then? Because Liverpool did.
Oh yeah, Liverpool are up there. Liverpool are up there, but I'd say Arsenal, especially with our home record and trying to protect that unbeaten run. I say yeah, Arsenal.
Well, they've lost one game. Yeah, they've lost one game this season. Drawn 3. The 3 draws coming against Fulham, Spurs, and Chelsea. So yeah, it's a difficult one. They're going to be just absolutely on it and trying to just maintain how they've been playing the whole season. I think last season they would obliterate teams and annihilate teams, especially around that time period. There was smoking everyone. I think now there's more of a methodology in the approach. It's not all guns blazing for 90 minutes. They take their times with their build-up play. They attack when they require to attack. And, they're much more solid at the back, for sure. Another season of Saliba and Gabriel together. For facts. Yeah. That's what I think. This Arsenal's a better side for me. That's how I feel. I think they're much better. Because last season, especially towards the end, I suppose, and that could be fatigue, but there was no control in the games they were playing. It was literally...
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say there was no control. I think they had control last season.
No, I'm talking about towards the end of the season. And then I'm saying, like, towards the end of that season, the games they were playing, there was no control in those games. It was literally who can outscore.
Are you talking about the last 5?
Yeah. I'm saying, yeah. There was no control.
Well, I think that was more them losing. That was more them losing Saliba, though, wasn't it? That's like
but I agree. But I think Arteta's changed their approach based on that. I think that's a massive factor. I think he realised that they weren't good enough to continue with that if they had injuries. So what he's done is he's made sure they have so much control now in the team that if someone does get injured, then someone else can fill in and they can still maintain that approach. That's why I think they've reduced how open and how creative they were just for that instance, and obviously not to tire out. So I think now.
If you ask me who do I think was better, I'd say Arsenal at the start of last season were better than they are now. But if you ask me, and if you ask me which team I preferred to watch, it was Arsenal last season because they were
for sure
electric. They were just electric, and I do think they were better. Though I genuinely do think they were a better football inside last season. But this season, I think they've consolidated more. As you said, their expected goals against is one of the best in the league. They don't really give up chances like that. Their creative numbers have come down, like you said as well. But yeah, man, they're just getting the job done, and it's mad to see.
They do say defences win titles, but yeah, going on to Villa, as you were saying, how do you think we approach this one then? And what would you like to see Unai Emery do? I can't say anything
Yeah,
anyway.
I
But
don't
after
even know.
Wednesday,
After
there's nothing that can be said because that
after
was a
Wednesday,
joke.
right?
So yeah. So what do you think? More not what he'd like to see him do. What do you think he will do?
Like it's mad. Just might me to even say anything after like he's just outcoached the best manager for me that's ever lived. So
Yeah, yeah,
man, made him look amateur. Made that City team look amateur on Wednesday. Um, what do I think he'll do? I think he'll look to target their left hand side. I think Zinchenko is the more attacking fullback in the Arsenal side, and a lot of Arsenal fans have spoken about defensively he is their weakness. So if you have Zinchenko and Martinelli on that side, sure Rice can cover, and sure Odegaard can cover as well. But man, our right hand side can be dangerous and electric, and whether it's DRB or Bailey who starts, we need to make sure we get at them down that side because that's going to be where we have the most joy. I think the midfield battle is going to be important as well. Kamara and Louise against Rice and Odegaard. Who do you think is going to be their third midfielder?
Kai
Havertz, or
Havertz.
you think
Yeah,
Havertz
Kai
is going to start?
Havertz.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, Havertz as well. So yeah, I think the midfield battle is going to be important. But I think most of our strengths will be on transition down that right hand side, or even playing through the right hand side, like we saw on Wednesday. Like
yeah.
and we set us up Wednesday to play football, like to play our way. So maybe he'll do it again Saturday. So yeah, that's where I think we'll get joy, and that's where I think Emery will look to attack.
Yeah, on the face of it, it feels like a game where Villa may have to adopt a different approach to how you play against City, especially with the talent that they have on the wings and the pace that they have. Those two players have.
Yeah,
So yeah, in terms of approach, I feel like we may change it up a bit. Now, what that entails with in regards to who starts or not, I don't know. Uh, it's nice to see. I've seen a lot of other fans of the teams as well comment on how they felt that Villa rotated as well, and they actually saw the depth that we have in our squad. I've seen a number of people mentioning that Moussa Didiaby didn't start, Matty Cash didn't start. Who fans of fans who are not Villa fans automatically every other fan would probably say Matty Cash is Villa's right back. He didn't start. Some questioning and saying, "Is Konza playing right back?" Because they weren't aware that Emery does that. So also Jacob Ramsey and Moreno not starting.
yeah, Ramsey as well. Just like one of
Yeah,
the.
yeah,
I mean, Ramsey was voted for Young Player of the Year last season with like
exactly.
Saka and all them big boys.
Yeah,
But we know that we know the context around Ramsey's coming
yeah,
back from injury. But a lot of fans don't know that. A lot of fans.
yeah,
But I
exactly.
100% agree. Seeing us rest, because people, you can even say rest. I personally think he's been dropped. DRB. That's my personal opinion. I think Emery's preferred Bailey currently. So yeah, seeing DRB be dropped, seeing Cash being dropped. I think Cash has been dropped as well. So I know other people might frame it as you, but like this was the biggest game of the season. You could argue against Man City. So, and that's the lineup he went for, and it worked perfectly. So
Yeah, facts. But then, do you see to say in this lineup? If you feel that that's Villa's strongest side, so I have a different opinion.
I
I
don't
don't
think it's
think
our
they
strongest side.
dropped. Yeah, and I don't think they were dropped either. I think that was circumstantial. Emery set up for the circumstances in the game state. I'm not so sure if Konza starts right back against the wingers we're going to be facing compared to the wingers we faced against City.
What about DRB? What about DRB not starting against Bournemouth? Why didn't he
Yeah,
start against Bournemouth?
yeah, that's true.
That's what I'd say. Like, why was he not starting that game? Like, did he start against? He started against Leicester,
Yeah, he did.
but he's been dropped for. But well, he's not. Okay, he's not started both Premier League games. I'll be wondering.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's 4 changes tomorrow. That wouldn't shock me.
Yeah,
That wouldn't surprise me at all. Like if a Diaby came in,
yeah.
yeah, even if Moreno came in, like those things wouldn't surprise me.
I think you can just say that the 100%ers in our team are like Watkins, Kamara, McGinn, Louise, Pau Torres, Martinez, Konza. That's it, really, isn't it?
Yeah, facts. Yeah, there's 4 positions that are up for grabs for sure. And yeah, whatever he goes for, I have full faith in him and the team. So yeah, I'm just so gassed. I was gassed for this week anyway, just to see where we're at. and after Wednesday, it's just taking it to another level. So yeah, no expectations whatsoever. Let's see us play, and let's see how we fare, and let's see what we can conjure up, and let's see if we can go 15 games with
Just to
victories
mention
at
on
home.
Arsenal, I think Tomiyasu isn't gonna make the game, so
Yeah,
it
he's out.
will be Ben White that starts. I think injury wise, I think outside of that though, I think they're pretty much near full strength with what
Yeah,
they've got. So I know they've got
I
some
think it.
midfielders injuries as well, but yeah, it's pretty all their attack. I think it's pretty much full strength.
Yeah, I think you can name 10. It's whether the last position, well, the first position, the goalkeeper. Who do you think they go for?
Raya. I think Arteta made his bed with Raya. I don't think he's going to just take him out because of mistakes against Lyon. Even in his presser, he was saying Raya did a really good job on other things that people didn't see. So yeah. Speaking on Arteta's presser as well, really complimentary of Emery. Said he's inspired him because they're both Basque. He said he loves what he's done with Villa's team, the fact that we play out from the back really well, the fact that we have like the box midfield and we score goals. Complimentary about Villa Park, saying that it's one of his favourite stadiums. I don't know if this is the pep gimmick of just gassing up the opposition.
What was his Everton record at Villa Park? I saw there was a few worldie games when he was there.
No idea.
I don't know if he was there around that time. He might have just left to go to Arsenal around the Stephen Pienaar, Marouane Fellaini times with the 3-3s, 3-2s, those sort of games.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
He's
wonder what good memories he has here, apart from
he's gonna be watching the game with like Wes Edens and that tomorrow. So I hope he gets. If he loves the stadium so much, I hope he gets a little tour in it.
He'll be doing that old Allardyce. You remember Allardyce back in the day? They used to catch him on the cameras in the chair,
like an NFL coach or something,
like a coordinator. Yeah, mad. Yeah, so that's a big one. Touchline bag.
Yeah, huge. What if Arsenal? What if we get the foothold in the game and Arsenal players are looking to their sidelines and there's no instructions? Like this could play in our favour. I don't think it will be a massive advantage, but it will be a slight one for sure.
I feel like no, go on, bro. No, I was just going to say. Go on. I feel like Arteta's one of the biggest micromanagers in the league.
Yeah,
from the touchline, I don't see him sit down. He's to a point where he oversteps the line a lot of the time. So he's on the pitch, or he'll be doing shenanigans. You remember that one with KDB when he kicks the ball away and stuff, and KDB pushing him. It's all about You remember the meme, that one last year, with the ref from the game last year.
Yeah. When Arteta's in flow, like he don't care about nothing, man. When he's in the game state, like he don't care. That's why he's been suspended.
Yeah, he's one of the biggest micromanagers in the league for sure. He's always out his chair, so that could be a huge miss for him. But then they could play with more freedom. So that's one of those where we have to wait and see. You might be telling them too much at times. So
what, like Gabriel Jesus is like doing something that, and he knows normally the manager will be like, "Oh, none of that," but now he's just
I can get away with it. I can't hear his voice. Yeah, is that? Do you know if their coach is still there? Do you know the one they used to call AirPod?
Yeah, I think he's still there.
He might be in them leading it. Man. Yeah.
Don't you think it's mad now? You see on the sidelines, everyone's got their laptops. They're watching the game live as like the fans. I think people don't talk about that enough. Like we're going through like the full American footballization of our football. Like the coaches are watching play by play. The manager can go back and look and see it, get a better angle on the touchline. I think it's sick idea.
Yeah, for facts. So you always see McPhee. He's always looking at it, especially for like set piece ideas and stuff, or possibly looking at previous set pieces and how they're defended and change it. You can change it up then in game. So yeah, it is interesting how far forward technology has gone on within the game now.
Do you want to hear a mad stat?
Go on then, hit me with it.
Apparently, no, I've just seen this on Twitter, so I could be gassing here, innit? But Villa are on the same points as Leicester were in 2015 when they won the league. How mad's that?
Also, I think it was Claudio Ranieri has one more point than Unai Emery has at this stage in their managerial times.
In the Prem?
Leicester. Yeah, so Ranieri at Leicester and Emery at Villa.
Oh yeah, because they fell off towards the end. They were just for fun.
So he's got one more point. the Nuno.
It's a joke. It's a joke. And I think it's 75 points now, all out for 2023.
But do you want to hear one more stat?
Go on, give it to me.
9 of the teams that have beaten Manchester City, only one has won their next game. Yeah, so there's one to bring it back down to earth.
Yeah, I wish I didn't hear that one still.
you gotta have the good with the bad, man. There's balance. It's all about balance.
We'll just have to make it 2 teams now. I don't know. That's how you gotta see it.
That's it. There was one, so let's make it 2. Facts for sure. Yeah, so we're looking forward to it. Early kickoffs Liverpool as well, so we'll see how they get on against Palace. I think that if Liverpool draw or lose, that just puts even more pressure on the game, and sets it up even more. We've got Paul joining us. Thanks, George Paul. He says Aston Villa will win 4-1 against Arsenal. 4.
Nice and pessimistic.
Yeah. That's a big score. So yeah, I don't know about that one. No expectations, as I said. I just can't wait to go. And
go on, then. Let's go for our predicted team. Then what do we think?
Emmy.
Yeah.
See, now I said I won't be surprised if Cash and all that. I still think he'll probably start Konza. I don't know, man. Who looked leggy on Wednesday? So Bailey came off.
Yeah, Digne came off.
Bailey got knocked a few times, but then that was towards the 80th, wasn't it?
Digne came off.
Yeah. Watkins came off. So Watkins came off for Duran. Digne came off for Moreno.
Who came off for
Diaby came for Bailey, and then it was Tielemans.
Let me check that. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yuri for Ramsey. So I don't know, man.
So the Diaby and Ramsey sub happened at the same time as well. That was 85th minute.
Yeah.
And then the Moreno and John Duran was in the 90th. So.
Who out of those started Legia? Tielemans? It was just Tielemans.
Diaby started Legia.
Yeah,
but
Diaby
the
didn't.
Players that come off.
Yeah.
Just.
Oh, not Legia. Sorry, Bournemouth. Not even Legia.
Bournemouth. Tielemans, Bailey, Digne. All of them started Bournemouth that come off.
So yeah, that just wouldn't surprise me if there's a couple of changes.
Depends. It depends, it depends how they're feeling in training. Like,
yeah, Paul's gone with Martinez, Moreno, Carlos, Torres, Konza, Luis, Kamara, McGinn, Diaby, Bailey, Watkins.
Whoa! That's a sick team. I like that.
That is a quality team. That's a quality team. Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know how we'll go. I'll say Martinez, Konza, Carlos, Pau.
He's gonna play Digne, and he's not gonna drop
Digne.
Well, you gotta think. Who does he see as better defensively? Because the onus is going to be on you. Better man, Mark Saka.
That's the worry. I think that's just the worry, Digne.
That's the biggest. That's because where we sit as well behind the goal. If they find them pockets where Saka can just get the ball and just head to the box, that's where Arsenal was dangerous. Odegaard will drift back a bit, and Saka will cut back, and Odegaard will either get a shot off or lay someone else off. So Havertz as well coming into the box late, and he's in good form as well. We'll have to watch out for him. So yeah, I think you made a good point earlier when you said Arsenal's profile of wingers are so different to Man City's without Baku. Like Bernardo and Foden play football so differently.
Totally differently.
Saka and Martinelli. Martinelli and Saka are so much more direct. They're faster. They can make runs behind better. Their link-up play, not as good as the other two before. Well, Saka's is. I wouldn't say Martinelli's is, but yeah, just different profile of winger. So Emery's going to have to adapt in it.
Yeah, I was looking at the lineup last year, and I think we went Cash. It was Cash, Konza, Mings, Moreno. Then it was McGinn, Dougie, Kamara, Coutinho, Buendia, Watkins.
Yeah. Well, Cash was instrumental for the first goal, wasn't he?
He was because he played the ball over. But just think about that. Like, think we started Buendia and Coutinho.
Yeah, like they haven't seen this version of Villa. That's what I'm excited about. They haven't seen our best. Like we started Coutinho. Like no disrespect to Coutinho, but he would never get in our team now.
No chance. And it just wasn't it's not as pacey as what the options we have now. Do you know what I mean? And like
Yeah.
Bailey's not in the form. Ramsey didn't start that game. Yeah, so it will be interesting to see what we go with tomorrow. If we do just go, yeah, let's just put a few fast players on here and try and stretch them the other way. Or if we just go for midweek, we're just going to dominate you again. Well, not dominate Arsenal. We're going to try and dominate Arsenal like we did Man City. So, interesting.
But this is the one. I feel like, as you said though, people were gassing up our Man City performance, but I do still think it went under the radar simply because Manchester United, Chelsea was on at the same time. Like I know my timeline on Twitter was probably watching that mostly. Other people, most of the world would have been watching the Man United game. I think. But Arsenal, Villa, it's the late slot. No other game in England is gonna be on with as much significance as that game. Like everyone is watching this game. It's the best game of the weekend. This is it, man. This is
first, third. Like
let's go for it.
Real talk. It's first, third. That's what it is. So
that's all it should be built as.
It's a huge game. It's a huge game.
Part of, you know what I was thinking earlier, part of me is like, it's a free hit and who cares what happens? Like we can just go into it. But another part of me was thinking earlier, are we ever, maybe we could, but are we ever going to get a better position than how we started this season? 14 home, I know that comes from last season, but to win every single home game, we've won 7 out of 7 home games in the league. We're probably playing the best football we've seen now under Emery. Other teams aren't as strong as before, traditional big six like Chelsea, United. I know United are getting points, but they're not actually playing that well. We've already just beat the champions. Is this going to be the best chance we get to just get right up there? So that's in the back of my mind for this Arsenal game as well. Like if we win this game, man, our perspective completely changed for the whole season.
Oh, look at Paul's comment.
Mad, isn't it?
That's talking perspective.
I've seen an article the other day, and he's just like Guardiola, Villa are 100% title contenders for the Premier. I was like, what is this? I was like, what kind of simulation are you, man?
It don't feel real, does it? It doesn't feel real.
Like how quickly it's happened. Like we were watching us go to Arsenal last season under Gerrard and put in one of the most pathetic performances ever, and now a year later we're title contenders according to Pep. So it's mad. Enjoy it, I'd say.
Oh, for sure. And it's not like it's been spread. It's not like Dean Smith 4 games at the start of the season. We've played like this for the whole year.
Yeah,
that's what's insane.
Big up them 4 games, but yeah, I hear what you're saying. Like,
it's the whole year. So when do you start? When do dreams start to possibly become a reality? Yeah. When you've got a whole year's worth of proof.
I think with that 5th spot potentially being a Champions League spot as well, I think this is the best chance we'll ever get to get Champions League.
Yeah, I think it's right up there. And to be honest, the way it's going, I think we'll build on this. That's how I feel. That's how I feel right now. I feel like we'll build on this, even if we don't. So,
like at home, we seem to be good at beating teams in the lower half of the table. To then go and beat a team that's around us is just that extra step where it's just like, okay, we're solid. Like you can get Europa League beating pretty much every team in the bottom half, I'd say, and maybe like 10th and 9th.
Yeah.
Like if you get like we were doing towards the end of last season, look how we got confidence just by doing that. But to be beating teams in like the top 4, man, like ridiculous. We beat Spurs, we beat City. Yeah, mad. Looking forward to this one.
Huge game. But yeah, I'm just excited and I can't wait. No expectations for me. Let's just see how we play. That's a fact. And if we win, then then the conversation might start changing. But let's see how it goes. Thanks again for joining me, bro.
Got a score prediction before we go?
Did we give one for City?
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah. I think we both said draws.
Okay, I'll go 1-1.
Yeah, I'll go 2-2. That's exactly our predictions for the City as well.
Any other things you got to do tonight that you did on Tuesday night? Yeah, just for me.
Yeah, 100.
Follow same paths, same motions. Anyway, Paul is coming in with some mad statements, and this is another one. I put Villa to win the league, 50 quid. Well, I hope it comes in for you, and I hope you're a rich man after
What
it.
odds are there? What odds are there in general at the
Yeah,
moment?
Paul, let us know what the odds were. Let us know what the odds were. I think I saw or heard it was 33-1 now for Villa to win the league, which
Those
is
are all.
absolutely insane.
It should be
No, but that's
100%.
still in.
Like, yeah, it's insane. It's insane to
Yeah,
hear
how
for
low
us.
it is.
But I
How
think
low
that's
the
robbing.
price
That
is.
it still should be like 100. I think they're robbing
Yeah, that's what
people.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's sick. But I'm saying
how's
like
it
the
100?
bookies.
How's it 33?
How's it so low? Yeah, I'll tell you what. If we beat Arsenal, man, they'll be having it at 10.
Well, I think it's still 2.2% currently.
Madness.
Percentages. Yeah, insane. Absolutely insane. I think it's in the 50s for Champions League, so we can dream, man. We really can. Paul, if you don't get the odds in now, just leave a comment at the after the video, because we're going to jump off now. So let us know what the odds were that you put that on, because I hope I see you. Oh, he dropped it in. 28-1. So you got it for 28.
What's
A
that?
nice earner.
What's quick
It's a
maths
nice
there, bro?
earner.
What's quick maths if he wins there?
Grand. What was it? Grand and.
This ain't quick, bro.
It's 1,400.
Yeah.
1,400, I think.
Yeah, 50 and 80,
Yeah. So good earner. That's for sure. Now I hope that comes in for you, because then it's going to be a madness in Birmingham if it does. So yeah. Thanks for joining me, bro. Again, like the stream. If you're new around here, drop us a subscribe. We've got so much content on here, so much more content to come. And also, yeah, drop a comment in. Respond to all the comments. We like how interactive the channel is, and yeah, just like talking to you all in the community. So thanks again for joining us, Paul. Cheers for the comments for the stream, and thanks again. Cheers in a bit.